son's thinking. Did you hear that?
Yes, I did.
Okay. All right, man. Welcome to this week's episode of the Pit Therapy Podcast. I am Kyle, and we are joined with Trevor. And look, we're trying new ways to record, so this might work out, might not work out. I don't know. I feel like we've done this a couple times now, and it's whatever, but we'll see.
It'll be fine. No matter what, it'll be fine.
You guys get to
I mean,
zoom up on our faces. If you're watching the video, I understand this is also very much a audio medium, but okay.
right. 100%.
So, anyways, how you been, man? I feel like we haven't just chatted again in a little bit.
Dude, I mean, yeah, it's been it's been good. We're in spring, so like my allergies are been just
Mm,
kicking my ass, dude. It's been brutal over here
yeah,
for my allergies. So that sucked. But I'm not rich enough like you to go get the shots. So
it's $13 a week.
got some damn good insurance then, bro.
I do have pretty good insurance. I'm very, very lucky, and I actually will. I'm pretty sure I've already met my deductible, so they don't cost me anything. That's the
You
thing,
met
man.
your
Here,
deductible in
so
April?
we met it in March. Yeah. I
With
got sick.
what?
Okay, so my son's got like health stuff, like his
Yeah, yeah,
asthma
yeah.
medication itself, like is crazy.
Okay.
And then I had knee problems earlier this year because I thought I tore my meniscus playing basketball. Like, so
Okay.
there's just crap, man. Like, it's just crap. So, and we just, I also like, you know how when you get a job, you get to pick insurances, you have like two options, right? You have the like, what is it? The
Low deductible
low
or high
deductible, high
deductible?
premium, you
Yeah.
know? We always do the like higher premium, lower deductible because I know,
You're just gonna spend time.
yeah, I know that we're going to knock out the deductible super quick and then it's whatever.
Fair.
So,
I always do the high deductible plan because then I get to contribute to an HSA. But yeah, adult stuff
I know.
aside.
Anyway, socialized healthcare. This is stupid. Didn't have to pay anything. So, are you taking stuff for your allergies? Have you thought about doing the shots?
I mean, I just do the normal stuff. I just do the pills and then Flonase or whatever. But like, I don't know, for the most part, it usually works. But this year, like, I always take the pill at night because I do get really tired from it.
Mm,
And even the non-drowsy stuff, right?
yeah.
But it has messed with me so bad this year. Like, I've been in like a brain fog for, I swear, like 2, 3 weeks. So I'm
It's
toying
rough,
with the
dude.
idea of just stopping it and just
Yeah.
suffering through the allergies.
Well, allergies can make it so you don't sleep and stuff too. So
Right. Right.
it's a
So
problem. Yeah.
I know it's brutal over here, but we'll figure
Yeah,
it
that
out.
sucks, dude. So it's like, I mean, we've been in spring down here since like February, it feels like.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but it's beautiful right now, man. It was like mid 70s today, like bright skies, like it's just it's like beautiful weather, but we're gonna get rained on a ton. But we've planted like a bunch of flowers. My wife last year got like really into gardening,
Okay.
and I love it, dude. I love being out there like messing with plants and stuff. It's a great time, you know. But this year we have this damn rabbit in this flower bed that like has been eating some of our flowers. And so like I don't want to kill it. We've tried like we
You're in
tried
Texas, bro.
we tried deer repellent and like rabbit repellent. That didn't work. It just made our whole house smell like garlic. We poured, oh, I went and bought like these huge things of cayenne pepper and like we
Okay.
poured cayenne pepper all over our flowers. That didn't help. So I went on Amazon and bought like a full blown like trap, like big metal cage trap
Like
with a trap
those,
door.
you're gonna catch a raccoon or something.
So it's in my flower bed right now, man. I hope I get it. So
What are you gonna do with it if you
there's
do?
a park, there's a park like a
Oh
couple
my
miles down the
God.
road. I'm just gonna go release it out there, dude.
All right, man.
I told Joss, I was like, we could buy a snake. Like, there's tons of options here. I don't know, a snake big enough to eat a rabbit, though. I don't know if I want to deal with
Dude,
that.
go get yourself a little 22 and just call it good.
I don't want to kill it, though. You know?
Yeah. Well, good for you. I had a bunch of mice in my garage last year and I went to freaking town on them.
I mean,
So,
mice are different though, like
so okay, let's talk about this. What is the size before it becomes
it's not
unacceptable?
I don't know, it's not even really the size because like I have like sticky traps in my garage, which I hate using sticky traps because they're not like the most humane
Sure.
thing. And like, but they do catch mice, and I don't like mice. It's like it's a pest. It infests your house. You can get disease from it. I don't like them, so we catch them. But like I've caught a couple snakes and frogs in
Okay.
my sticky traps, and I free them. Like I put gloves on and get a bunch of olive oil and like some plastic knives, and I'm in there digging them out of the sticky trap. So I don't. It's not a size thing. I don't know. It just depends on the animal. So
All right.
if it's a mouse, I'm gonna kill it. So
It is what it is. Suck it, mice.
yeah. What about you? Was it like
Oh,
a
bro.
a dog? You'll kill anything.
I mean, listen, well, we're not gonna go down that road. We've we know too much about someone involved with some of that
Oh,
stuff.
that's true.
So we can't go down that road. So
Oh,
uh
that's crazy.
yeah. Dude, it's always wild. Like every now and again I'll get into a conversation with people who I tell that story to, and they're just like, what the
Yeah, no.
fuck? And you're just
I
like,
did.
try growing up with him. So
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we don't have to get into it, but let's just say, like, when I found out about this, I was not surprised. So
not surprised, but it's still disgusting.
it's still
So
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
Another thing, though, that I was like laughing about today, and I wanted to ask you about this.
Okay.
So we've been listening to a lot of like Latin music. My son
Okay.
has like started to show interest in like Spanish and Latin music. And it's been really cool, right? Because it's like he gets to experience this thing that's part of him and his culture, right? Because like,
Yeah.
his like my wife's like first generation American, like it's very much a big part of our house. Um, some of the songs that we listen to though are pretty thirsty and like not super appropriate, right? In Spanish. He's starting to learn stuff. Like he's starting to ask what some of this stuff means. What do these words mean? What does this mean? Where do you think the limit is that I have to be like, I don't know, man. Like maybe we shouldn't, because they're not. So like, there's this very specific song that he loves, and it's like nasty, dude. But it's not explicit in the sense that it says like swear words or gross words. It's just the context of the song is gross, right?
All right.
But he loves it, dude. He loves it. And he starts singing, like he's figured out some of the words and sings a couple of lines. And I'm like, I don't know if he should be learning that in Spanish, you know? What do you think about that? What should I do? Like, I need parenting advice on that?
Dude, I don't know, man. Turn him on to R. Kelly. Uh,
I mean, it's pretty comparable, dude. Like, imagine some of these like raps, like your kids singing rap songs that are all about sex. Like, you know,
yeah, I don't know, man. That's a tough one because like we are starting to get the same thing, right? Older kids starting to understand and starting
uh-huh.
to be like, hold on a second. Like weirdly enough, I was listening to Thrice in the car I think I told you this, but I was listening to Thrice a few months back, and my daughter was like, pour me another what? And I'm like, another drink. She's like, alcohol? I'm like, yes. And she's like, why are they singing about drinking?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yeah. So I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, I don't know.
So like
We listen.
one of the lines talks about like making noise for the neighbors and having to like cover her mouth, you know? And it's like that's what I'm saying though. That's what I'm saying is like do I let him learn those lyrics? I mean, he obviously doesn't know what it's saying, but he's asking like what does this mean? And I'm just like I don't like because I know the second I tell him like oh he's talking about like covering her mouth. He's like why?
Right.
Why?
Right.
So I don't know, dude. But I want him to learn Spanish. I want him to like this music. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess is he the kind of kid who's going to be the the neighborhood pest who teaches all the other kids?
No,
Because if
dude.
that's the case, then yeah, shut that down.
No,
If he's
he's
not going to,
yeah, he's like the most I'm not worried about him at all. He's the most like innocent rule follower, just like, like
I
he
think you're
hears me say
fine,
swear word and he freaks out. So,
right?
yeah.
Oh, dude. By the way, I got the big drop the other day from my oldest.
like like F word?
Not that
Okay,
far.
not that
Like,
far.
she,
Okay.
no, but like we were on bikes or whatever, and she turned too sharp, and her bike started to go down, and all of a sudden she's like, "Oh shit, 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 shit!" I'm like, "What
Whoa.
just happened?" And she turned and looked at me. Her eyes were huge, and she's just like, "I am so sorry." I'm like, "Yeah, we're not doing that."
Yeah,
So,
she's 12 now?
11.
11?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Dude,
I know.
I struggle with this a lot because
Yeah.
like my family, like my mom, like I grew up around curse words, like, and I had the worst mouth out of any of us, right? And like I've tried to explain to my kids like there's swear words and then there's like swear words,
Right.
like if I heard him say that like playing video games or something one time, I don't know,
Yeah.
dude. I don't know what I would do. I probably
I
wouldn't say anything.
I was just like, listen, our neighborhood would
Yeah.
not appreciate that. So just don't. But I didn't like get mad
Right.
at her or
Yeah.
anything because it's like, what are you gonna do? You know what I
I know.
mean?
I know.
So, but yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Dude, it's hard. The kid's
It's
getting
so
older,
hard
man. I don't know what to do.
because here's the thing. I kind of distinctly remember when I just became open with my parents, just saying stuff. And I come from a much more conservative family
Yeah.
than you come from.
Yeah.
So I was like out of the house 18, 19 years old when I started doing all this kind of stuff. But it is kind of funny. Like, as soon as that door opens, the whole world changes and you can relate on a whole new level, right?
Yeah.
Like mine and my dad's conversations changed. All of a sudden I find out like my uncle smoked cigarettes that I never knew about like growing up, like 20 years of
Yeah.
golfing with him, and then all of a sudden he's smoking darts while we're playing golf and stuff that he just didn't do until I was older.
Older.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
relationships do change once you have like
You become
that.
a man, right? Like
Sure.
sure.
But
Yeah.
even just like that understanding. So I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
You're- He's good. You're not any problems yet.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. I just think it's funny. So, but all right, let's get into some music. I guess, before we jump into all of it, um, sure everyone and their dog is talking about it, rightfully so, but obviously the passing of Bo,
Oh damn.
from Harm's
Yeah.
Way, Hard Lore, like what a terrible tragedy. We don't need to like we don't need to like spend a lot of time on this, right? I think everyone
No.
has been affected by it and has heard about it and all these things. I just, we've talked about this a lot on the podcast of like, you know, one, check in on people. And we keep saying that. Everyone keeps saying that. All these people keep saying it, but like people are lonely, man. Like the world's tough right now and people are lonely and like
Yeah.
be a person for someone. You know what I mean?
Right. And I think the bigger thing, like just reading through, and obviously I don't know the reasons behind it, what was going on in the life, but just like what I can gather, like things will get better. Like I think that there was a lot of stuff coming out and it had really impacted him at the first of the year. And I think he was doing so much good in the community. And it's hard to understand redeemable versus like where do we draw that line?
Right.
And it's a hard thing. But regardless, like someone out there needs you. and
Right.
someone out there is waiting for your call, waiting for your text, wanting to see you kind of thing. Like this is such just a shitty way for everything to kind of go down when there was so much good that was still being
Hmm.
done. So, yeah,
I
I don't
just
know. Tough.
like it's hard too that because we've all been through, I especially in the hardcore scene, find me a person in the hardcore scene that hasn't felt a certain way like
Yeah,
this. You know what I mean? I think it sucks. I hate putting it this way of like, like sometimes we have to see a tragedy to learn from it. And I
hmm,
hate saying that because like obviously like I wish all these people were still here, right? Like
yeah,
there's a suicide epidemic in our country, in our world, especially with men. Like when this stuff happens, everyone starts talking about things, and then like 2 weeks later, we don't talk about it anymore. And men go back to being men. And I hate this, and I feel like we need to find a way to actually like make this better for us,
right,
and it starts with things like this. It starts with just finding someone you can just talk to, like
right,
you have to like kind of get out of your own head too and make that effort. And I understand that people get to a point where like you just can't do that anymore. And that's like kind of where the slide starts to go real fast.
yeah,
But like we also need to like recognize people in those situations and like just like get there and be there for them and do what you can. And like I don't know. I don't have the answer for it. I just like this one hit home, right? Like
yeah,
because everybody loves hard lore. Everyone like looks at these
right,
guys and like we hold them to a standard and a pedestal and like you know and it's just like it almost does feel like someone, and that's kind of the crazy thing about like entertainment and stuff today. Like
right.
none of us know them, but like this hit close to home because we're such a tight community. But this happens everywhere and it happens all the time. And I don't know what the answer is, but we got to do something. Like people got to get help. Like we got
Yeah,
to talk to each other. We got to open up. We got to help each other. We got to be there for each other. We got to, fight through these times and stand by the side of people that are going through shit. Cause like, I hate this, I really do hate it.
yeah,
So,
yeah. I posted just reach out, family, friend, or stranger, right? Like there's someone to talk to. There's, you know, I'm the first to admit I don't talk to people. Like I don't I I struggle. I've tried therapy. I've tried talking to therapists and stuff like that. I can't get out of my own way when it comes to that kind of stuff. There's some mental block for me. I don't enjoy it. But what I do enjoy is going there and being around people. So whatever your outlet is, focus on that, figure out how to cope, how to do this, and find a reason for it. So that's
yeah,
uh that's the hardest part. So yeah.
yeah. So, yeah. Anyways, like I said, I'm not going to spend a ton of time on it, but like if you need help, please just go get help. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah,
So,
100%.
all right. So what about it's hard to move on
I know.
after
I
that
know.
and yeah, but what about new music? I got like a big list of new music.
Then listen, the only thing I'm gonna bring up is I did go to goalkeeper. I
Oh,
went and caught
sick.
goalkeeper while they were out in Salt Lake. Absolutely love those guys. And it was awesome. They sound so good in person. They put on an incredible show. Cody, their drummer, Golden Retriever energy, like we've talked about. Mark, their guitarist, his guitar tones, and just like the way we talked about trios and how tight you have to be to fill that sound in. And there was never like open space. There was never like a part that was boring, even with the trio. And it's a hard thing to do, but they freaking nailed it. It
Cool.
was awesome. So
Cool.
no, loved catching those guys. And if you do catch them, I think right now they're on their way to like the St. Louis area. So if you're out that way, make sure to catch them. So
They good for them. They deserve it.
mhm.
Super super nice guys. So I'm stoked for them.
Yeah,
Absolutely stoked for them.
100%. All right,
Cool.
lay your
So,
list
all
on me.
right. I don't know if we've talked about some of these because it's been a little bit, but the new August Burns Red single.
Okay.
It's sick, actually.
It was good. Here's the thing, right? We talked about August Burns Red as our last nostalgia band, and I actually we said that there was no bad music that came out of
Yeah,
them. It might have been repetitive, but there was nothing bad.
right.
The last two singles have been good.
Yeah. Yeah, like I'm a little
So,
I'm not surprised because like obviously they're talented and
right,
stuff to do this, but like the last single, like there's a part in it where there's like a little bit of a pig squeal by him, you know?
right,
Like it's like solid, it's heavy, and I don't know, like for them at this point to put out a single like that, I was like, respect. Like
right.
respect. So it
No,
was
turned
cool.
out it was great. Looking forward to kind of hearing what else. It's still like they're still on that verge of Octane,
Mhm.
but it's the side that I'm okay with
Yeah,
still to this point. So we'll see.
right.
We'll see how it goes.
I sent you guys that song from the band Meadows.
Okay.
They're like a Christian band on Face Down, but they have Shai Hulud in it.
That's wild.
Isn't that crazy? It's actually
That's
like
wild.
it's kind of a cool song. And look, this is like two or three songs that Face Down has released that's like a little more traditional hardcore. So I'm excited that there's a chance that like Face Down comes back at being an actual like hardcore label and none of this like bullcrap modern metalcore that we all hate, you know?
Sure. No, that's fair. What this reminds me of is Sleeping Giant grabbing a mirror.
Yeah,
It was like
exactly.
that
Yeah.
unexpected collab, but it goes so good kind of thing. Yeah, it was sick. It was very interesting. No, just solid banger. But yeah,
That's
completely
cool.
unexpected.
Cool. Band from Texas, Life Cycles. I'm a big fan of them. They just dropped a new EP. Um, it's good. It's good. I like it. I mean, it's just crossover thrash. Like I don't feel like they really did anything different on this one,
Okay.
but like their quality, like their sound quality definitely went up. Um, if you're looking for a band that's just like straight riffs all the time, like these guys are good and they're talented. So pretty
Who
excited about that.
who are they on tour with?
Are they on tour?
Yeah, they are. I kind of want to say it might be August Burns Red.
No.
Hold on.
See if I can get there first. Bleed Within?
They Oh, that's right. No, it wasn't August Burns Red.
Great
Who's
American
on the August
Ghost?
Burns Red tour?
Uh, it's not Boundaries, right? That was the last
It
one.
is Boundaries. Nope, I think you're right. That's at least that's the one I'm thinking of. So, yeah, this Life Cycles with Great
Amity,
American
Affliction, and
Ghost.
Boundaries is
Yep,
August Burn Dread. So
and then Silosis.
yeah,
So, yeah,
I don't know
interesting.
who those guys are, but cool. But Life Cycles is sweet, man. Like they're incredibly talented guys. So their EP is cool. Check it out. And then Cruel Hand just dropped a promo like EP on Bandcamp. I don't think it's on like
Oh, for
other
real?
streaming. Yeah, it's sick, dude. Like, if Cruel Hand comes back, dude, like I'm all here for it. I freaking love Cruel Hand. So it's really sick. And then the new Skinhead single, I think you posted about that. Great song. Like they're picking up right where they left off.
I'm interested to see because they have that like 6 minute like storytelling. So I'm curious to see what this is going to be
Okay.
because the song itself is sick.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about the 6 minutes of storytelling. Like it's interesting, it's
Yeah.
very thought provoking, but after their last album, that was just it was storytelling throughout the music. I don't know how I'm going to feel about legitimate just storytelling, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah, it's different.
Curious.
Um, so there's a band out of Knoxville, Tennessee called Shogun. They just dropped new
Mhm.
music. They're sweet. Go check that out. And then a couple stuff, like a couple announcements that haven't been released yet, but Converge is dropping a new album this year,
Dude,
second one. So
wild.
supposedly, I read that like they went into the studio and had like 27 songs.
Just too much. And
Yeah,
they
and so
wanted
they were
it
like, "All
all.
right, we'll just drop 2 albums this year then." So
That's insane.
yeah, it's ridiculous. So I bought the vinyl for the last one that just came out. I'm gonna buy this
Yeah.
one too because like you have to.
Sick.
So
Yeah.
and then the other one is Terror is gonna release a song that is featuring Hot Water Music.
I did see that.
So
That's pretty cool.
yeah, I'm interested to see how that plays out. So
Yeah, no, that'll be very interesting. I mean, Chuck Reagan has been adjacent to the hardcore scene forever.
yeah,
So,
yep. And I love Hot Water Music, like
right.
absolutely love them. So excited for that. So that's all I got for new music. Um, there's only one like tour I want to talk about. I mean, shout out to Realms of Death. They've been on like a pretty big run the
Hmm.
last month, and I think they have another couple weeks. Good for those guys. Seriously, some of the nicest dudes like in the scene. So
Yeah.
super happy for them. We talked about the Sleeping Giant show, didn't we?
Yes, we've talked about
Okay.
it.
Um,
So,
so the last one is the Within These Walls
dude,
announcement.
holy cow. I like straight up, it might be everything I could ask for when it comes to like
Yeah.
a festival or whatever we want to call this kind of thing. Insane. Number one, isn't it Incendiary? It's
Yep.
Incendiary and
So
Comeback Kid are the headliners.
Incendiary, Set Your Goals, Sky Came Falling, and I Am the Avalanche are like the four headliners.
And Comeback Kid.
Are they?
Yeah, Incendiary, Comeback Kid, and Set Your Goals were the top three.
Oh yeah,
From
yeah, yeah.
what,
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Incendiary, Comeback Kid. Set Your Goals, dude.
Dude,
Sky Came
I
Falling.
might
I
be
Am the
going to
Avalanche. Dude.
Arizona just for
I
Set Your
know.
Goals.
I know.
Listen, I love Darasum. I love our guys in Eyes of Salt. Like, there are some like other really good bands on there.
Time Heist, No Cure.
Time Heist, yep. No Cure, love those dudes. Set Your Goals is like the reason I would go to that.
At a hardcore festival. It's
At a
perfect.
hardcore
It's perfect.
festival,
None of this Warp Tour bullshit, dude. Like an actual
dude,
hardcore festival.
it is everything that I would possibly want. I might be going just for Set Your Goals.
Yeah.
So if you're
Well,
in Arizona, hit me up. Where can I stay? You
I
tell me.
yeah, no, dude, like I think I texted you and said, like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to like fly to any fest this year. But because here's the other thing. Did you see the pre-show?
Uh-uh.
So the pre-show is Out of Pocket, Die Young, Hard Luck, and Will to Live.
I saw you repost that. I didn't realize it was the pre-show though for
Uh-huh.
Within These Walls.
Yeah. So dude, we might be going. We might be going to Arizona in
I can
September.
forgive you for Sleeping Giant
All
if we're going down to Arizona.
right. Dude, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out.
Holy cow.
Because
That
I
is
think we need to. Because
insane.
Within These Walls is just one day, right?
Yeah. So obviously the pre-show would be the night before,
Hmm.
and then my guess is it's a Saturday. I guess I haven't looked, but I would assume.
Yeah.
Um, but that is bonkers. That is
That,
bonkers.
yeah. We might be going out to Arizona. So,
Okay. All right.
yeah.
We'll talk about that because we will get there. Uh, and then the only other tour that I saw that I wanted to bring up, and I'm not a fan really of the headliner, Sincere Engineer, but Ways Away is going with them.
Oh, cool.
Do you listen to Ways Away?
They're all right. Yeah. I'm a fan of them.
Dude, they have that one album. What's it even called? I listen to this thing way too much. It is absolutely incredible. It is the oh, it's self-titled. The self-titled is just phenomenal. And then I'm Not You is great, but Torch Songs, like all of their stuff was awesome. They're coming out to Utah, so I might be going and catching that.
Cool.
So that's in July. So yeah,
Cool. Good stuff, man. Good
that's
stuff.
what I
Good
got.
stuff coming up this year. I'm pumped. It sucks that like this is the year that I can't really travel for stuff, But you
You
know,
can. I don't know what's wrong with you right now.
there's a lot of stuff wrong with me.
Fair. And we text about it
Where do you
often.
want to start? This one
No, never
time when
mind.
I was
Never,
eight.
never mind.
Okay. All right. Today, we want to talk about a couple local bands. Um, we actually had like three or four floating out there, and I think we landed on these two. Because again, dude, just great music this year. So I'll start, man. We're gonna
Okay.
talk about the Richmond, Virginia band Contact.
Yeah.
Um, I knew about these guys because I'm pretty sure Heavy is the head is like, dude, you guys should listen to Contact. Um, I think that was one of the shout outs they did. So I've listened to them for a little bit because they just dropped an EP. They had another EP in 2024 and then 2022 and then maybe a single before that, but at
Yeah.
least it's on streaming. So three EPs, maybe a couple singles. Um, I so look, this is gonna sound bad, and I'm just gonna start here, but wait for me to finish, okay? This was a bit of an acquired taste for me. Like when I first
Sure.
listened to him back when Heavy's the Head called him out. Okay. Nothing against these guys. It's me. I just don't think I was in the mood for like this kind of hardcore. They're very fast. It's like in between See It Through and Eyes of Salt,
Yeah.
if you want to compare them, right? It's not full youth crew like See It Through, but it's not full like metallic melodic hardcore. It sits in the middle. It's
Hmm.
it's it's hardcore punk, like to the definition. There's a band because we were talking about Face Down. There's a band that I can relate them to called Looking Forward, which is like
Yeah.
an old Face Down band from California. Very reminiscent of that. Um, when I listened to their latest EP, A Vanishing Silence, it clicked with me.
Yeah.
And I love it, dude. And I went back and listened to some of the other stuff off of like Curse Breaker, which is their middle EP, and then Before and Through and Beyond All Time, which is their first EP. And it clicked with me. And I'm like, dude, this is actually super fun music. And the reason why I want to talk about these guys, there's a couple reasons. The first one is after the week of all the news and feeling down and like all this stuff, I just felt like I needed something that was like more of a pick me up hardcore, and
Yeah.
these dudes fit it 100%. And I'm a huge fan of their music. I'm a huge fan of their latest EPs. So um, we'll get into the EPs, but what are your thoughts on them? Um, how did you like them when you listen to them and stuff?
Yeah. So I think you kind of hit it on the head. Um, we've been talking to Contact actually for about a year, because we've had Heavy is the Head on a couple of times, and they reached out to us actually, and they're like, "Hey, we're homies with Kendall. Like, check out the latest single or the latest EP. I can't remember which it was." And it was kind of the same thing. It was cool. I thought it was interesting. It wasn't fully clicking at the time, kind of thing. Um, and they kind of got lost. And then I remember seeing a couple of shows that they got put onto. I think it was their last show, maybe just in April. I don't even think it's happened yet, but Heavy is going to be playing with them. And then the dudes in Forever War, when they're going out there, is going to be playing with them, kind of thing. And so started listening again, picking it up. A Vanishing Silence, this is for me, like you, where it all clicked.
Yeah.
Because what you said about like it was fast, it was aggressive, the vocals at the time didn't really feel right to me. Like they felt like they were two different things,
Mm,
right? It was something layered on top versus something like I'm used to a more aggressive vocal with
yeah.
like the speed of play. But listening to this EP several times through, like 10 Lamps of Fire, it is like it's a freaking awesome song.
Yeah.
And then which one is it that has like the really melodic piece in it? Is it The Great or was it No Allegiance?
Noah Legic has a pretty cool melodic part, like during the breakdown. That's like, dun, 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 and then it like does a little melodic.
There's like a
Right.
full, I don't think that's the one.
Okay.
I'll have to go back and find it. Oh, maybe it is. There's like that two-steppy part at like a minute 30 in there and
Yeah.
stuff, and then it goes into the breakdown. Yeah, they all came together on this EP. Like the couple before didn't grab my attention the way that this EP has caught my attention. And so I think it's absolutely phenomenal. They recently got picked up by Life Sentence Records. Obviously, like we're big fans of those guys with we had Dan on and then like just all the relationships that they are building that we've been talking to. So absolutely phenomenal with this EP. And I think that it's March 30th, so we're 2 weeks, a week
Hmm.
and a half since it's dropped. It's awesome. Like
Yeah.
you should definitely be checking it out.
Yeah, and that was the second reason was the life sentence stuff because I think it's like life sentences just signing banger after banger of bands. So like, good for these guys to get on that label. Um, I feel like this is a band that like the younger generation is gonna not have as good of a time with, which is stupid because this is hardcore. Like I know the rest of it's cool, like the slam and the moshi stuff, but like this is hardcore, you know? And I don't think kids know what to do. I would have such a good time seeing these guys play because I'd just be going nuts the whole time. I mean, as long as I could, because I'm fat and out of shape, but like, dude, it's fast, but when you actually listen to it, like it's pretty technical. And one thing that like started to click with me, because I was listening to it yesterday when I was like out for a walk.
Yeah,
Like his vocals are like his cadence is very poetic.
sure.
And I think
Yeah.
yesterday like I was really in like a good mindset and it just like I started to really appreciate what he was saying and like the cadence of his vocals. It feels very poetic. It feels in and I don't mean this in a bad way, but it feels very preachy the way he does it, but I like that. I actually liked how it fit within the music. You
It's
look like
something
you
that like it makes you think about what they're saying.
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like when we talked about like Eyes of Salt, like they had very specific lines that we talked about that like brought you back in. But some of the times, like his vocal is aggressive enough or he's singing fast enough that you don't catch
Yeah.
everything. This is a little bit different. This is a little bit slower in terms of like the vocal cadence and a message that they're really, really putting an effort to get out kind of thing. And I thought that this was very similar to See It Through. And you'll
Yeah.
actually hear kind of the same, like if you go compare the two bands, like the layering of the vocals and then the cadence of the vocals are very similar, right? And
Yeah.
it's because there's a message that they're trying to get across and they're trying to do it in the most effective way possible. And this is like the style that's going to be accepted by the hardcore community. Like kids are
Yeah.
going to have fun,
Yeah.
right? But it's also not so aggressive that people can't understand it.
Right.
So like it's a very good balance and it's a very good way to do it. Yeah, I think that they nailed it on this mix specifically
Yeah.
on how they set that up with what they're trying to do.
Yeah. So it's like, especially in a Vanishing Silence, like every song is great. Like nothing left. The intro just comes right in, like, and it just starts off fast and aggressive
Yeah.
instantly. And then it's got really cool bridge parts. So my biggest complaint about this band is like there's no lyrics. Like just add the lyrics to Apple Music and Contact. Like if I'm an idiot and it's like super hard or they charge you whatever, you can tell me. But like I can read, like my ears aren't so good anymore from all the concerts, but
Right.
like I can still read. Luckily, like you said, he's very understandable.
Right.
And um we were talking to a band and we were joking about like the lyrical content of music. And it's like, I just don't think a lot of bands have had much to say.
Yeah.
These guys do. and they've made
Right.
it so you can understand it, and they've made it so you can listen to it in the music as well, that it's not like overpowering or like there are breakdowns in this, but obviously like when you play it live, like kids are going to get distracted by the breakdown and they're going to go mosh. But
Yeah.
like in Nothing Left in the breakdown where it's like fat, well, he says like, what does he say?
Looking
Fast,
wrong
was it like
guy.
fast forward to breakdown or something like that?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
But it is like a fast breakdown, but it's like, dude, you know that like that's totally something we're dogpiling on. Or like in 10 Lamps of Fire where he says like, does he say I am the dragon?
I think so. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Again,
Yeah.
put your lyrics on there, man. Because if it doesn't say I'm the dragon and you give me the mic and I yell I'm the dragon, these guys are like, this dude's a dumbass. Like, come on, man. Put the lyrics on there. Unless I'm right. And then whatever. Then that's dope, right? And I'm still grabbing the mic and yelling it. But like I can hear what he's saying and I appreciate that. And it, in Nothing Left, where he's saying like, and I'm burning the candle at both ends. And it's like, again, it's like this poetic preaching, but in a good way that
Yeah.
really helps you like grasp the music. And you and I have talked a lot about how we can't remember lyrics anymore,
Yep.
but a lot of it's because of this, right? Like I'll remember these lyrics because like it made me sit down and listen to them. And the last few
Right.
bands we've talked about, like I've loved that about them. That's probably why we've had so many in a row because it's something we're looking for now. But
Right. Right.
like I really appreciate that I'm learning lyrics again and I'm listening to music that has a message and that
Right.
it's very intentional in what it's doing. And a Vanishing Silence, this EP hit that nail on the head super hard. So
Yeah. No, and it must be something about Richmond because
yeah,
Heavy is the Head, right? That is the last EP that I learned like all the lyrics to. Like I can sing 90% of the Heavy is the Head lyrics
yeah, which you
because
did, right? Because they gave you the mic and you got up there and did
I
it with them.
tried. I tried. There's like three of us. So like Kendall, correct me if I did anything wrong, but and I only sang like the one that I was going to only have to do 4 words for. So all good. Like not a big deal. Um, but yeah, no, I absolutely loved that. The Great, that was
Okay.
the song. It was the
Okay.
song that I was thinking of. Go listen to like about 30 seconds in, and it
Mm,
changes. It's not even just like it's almost like rock.
yeah.
It's very like rockish that like then picks up into a very melodic, like feeling hardcore part kind of thing. So no, it was
I'm
I'm wearing the Ambition shirt. It feels almost
okay.
like ambition-ish.
Good call. Yeah, good
Like
call.
that's what it feels like in that part.
Yeah. No, dude, the ambitions comparison is spot on. And dude, we
Yeah.
freaking love ambitions.
Yeah.
Um,
Absolutely.
I will say my favorite song is No Allegiance. I think it's great, dude. The breakdown at the end where he's like, empires will fall, and it goes
Yeah.
into that really cool, like chugging. I'm like, I'm sold on this album, dude. This CP. I've listened to it a ton. It's super good. Um, so yeah, anything else you want to say about that one?
No, I mean my favorite song is gonna be The Great. Um, I do like that their songs were shorter.
Yeah.
Like that fits the vibe as
Hmm.
well. So get in, say what you want to, have a couple moshy parts. Good.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So
So in 2024, they released Curse Breaker. Um, I'm glad that like I could go back and listen to this stuff again because it like again it clicked with me. So like I enjoyed listening to this stuff a lot more. Diamond is a great song. It's definitely a little slower. It's almost like a little southerny in some of the
yeah.
riffs. Um, the rock, what you said, like I
Yeah.
guess you really start to feel it a little more. These guys are cool because like there's some songs that remind me of like Squint or Drug Church, right?
Okay.
And then there's
Yeah.
other songs that's like a little bit of like rock influence, a little southerny, and like I don't know, dude. Like it's actually really fun to listen to with Curse Breaker.
Right.
How did you feel about this one?
Same. Like, yeah, Diamond it's an interesting song because it does slow down. It gets a little heavier. Like we say grungy, at least I say grungy. probably way more than I should. And anyone who actually listens to grunge is like, you're an idiot. Um, but that like it's a heavier, it's that kind of
Yeah,
deeper feeling, you know what I mean? And I feel like almost this whole EP felt a little bit more like that to me, if I remember it correctly. Because like even like Nobody, it's still fast, but it's not as fast as what you get on the opening of
right.
the latest CP.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So yeah, no, it's awesome. The artwork is freaking dope.
yeah, it's way cool. The breakdown in Nobody is sick.
Yeah,
Well, I don't know again. Oh wait, no, they do have the lyrics on this one. He says there is no hell but the hell that we create, no prison cell beside the one we make of hate. And I'm like, dang, dude.
yeah,
Like those lyrics are sick. It's poetic, man. Like this dude is legit. This
yeah,
dude is legit at writing lyrics. I'm
yeah,
I'm like all here for it. So
yeah. And then you end with Engine, and again, it's heavier. They're slower. It's open. Like there's more depth to it. This one has like a little bit more depth to it. It feels like,
yeah.
and like
It's
I don't
almost
know
like a
which
have heart. It's almost like a
it
more
could
of
be.
a have
Yeah,
heart feeling, especially Engine.
yeah, yeah. That breakdown, like right at the end, a minute 30, like I think he says, "This is the engine of life," or "That is the engine of life." Like it just hits. This is like if they were to like pop off and become like a big band, this is the one where the dudes are in the pit and they're like, "This is the engine of life." You know what I mean? Like that's the emotion
Yeah,
that you're gonna get out of it. So yeah, it's fun, dude. These guys are dope.
yeah.
They're dope for sure.
Last EP. Hold on, why is this in my way?
Before and through and beyond all time.
Yeah, I guess this is the first EP. So, um, definitely a lot more raw. I'm sure they're pretty new. This one's a lot faster though. This is where you get like, I guess if you want to understand how they wrote their latest EP, listen to both these other EPs and then mash them together, and then you have the new EP. Because like Gun Control's a super fast song.
No,
No,
no, all this stuff is way slower.
are you listening to Gun Control?
Yeah. They have some fast parts. I guess it does pick up. But like a lot of this sleeper, silence, even the beginning of gun
Okay,
control.
wait, hold on. What song was I listening to? Dude, it must have been Apple Music because it said Gun Control, but it was a completely different song.
Like
Oh,
there's a
never mind.
fast part in gun control.
Yeah,
In
it's like
gun
halfway
control
through.
about yeah, 50 seconds. You do.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I didn't listen to this one a ton.
Okay.
Like so I can't speak to it too much, but I did listen to it a couple just like one or two times through and it was slower and to be honest, it's interesting to see the growth of
Right.
where they went to after this because they could have easily dropped into a more sludgy style from these first two. So
Or
for them
like
to,
like some of the punk that's going on, especially in Texas, when you look at bands like Flu
yeah,
or
yeah,
The Burden,
yeah,
it could have gone into like a sludgier punk. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah.
yeah, no, exactly. So, it is interesting for sure. I'll have to go back through like Essence of Disaster. That might be the one you're thinking of. That one's faster. Um, but yeah, they had quite a few to where they are today. They had a couple of slower songs, but it also makes sense. Their melodic parts in their latest EP, going back and listening to this.
Right.
So,
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I don't know, man. It's a cool band. I'm super happy for him to get on Life Sentence Records. I think it's going to be really good for him.
mhm.
Um, I'm hoping that, they can get some tours and stuff. I don't know. Like, I know you mentioned that show with Heavy's the Head. It looks like they've got a bunch of local stuff. Like, they're going to be playing with, like, Lock Shut when they come through.
Yep.
Um,
Forever War. Seraph.
Seraph, yeah. So
Uh, what's the last one? It looks like Contact might be the headliner of Bring Hardcore Back kind of thing with Radium Girl lacking and Buffalo.
yeah,
So
looks like last year they played with Vanna. That's cool.
yeah, dude, they've played some sick
Yeah.
shows. They've played some great shows for sure. I mean, Space, Squint, Time Heist, Berthold City, and then Contact. Like that's dope. Moral Law, Destroy Babylon was out there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they've played some awesome shows.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. Maybe we'll get him on here. We'll see. You know,
We
you
shall
never know.
see.
But
So,
yeah, cool band. Go check them out. Not, I mean, we say this every time. Like you can listen to all their stuff in like 30 minutes. So
yeah, yeah,
go listen to
100%.
them.
So,
So cool.
okay, dope. Well, let's jump over to Clock Out,
Okay.
a Massachusetts hardcore band, but central Massachusetts hardcore band. Not talking Boston, we're talking Worcester.
Does that
So,
change? Like, does that change?
like,
Like sound? Like, does it matter?
I don't know. I don't know. I guess I probably have to go through and listen to a little bit more. I mean, obviously these guys aren't haywire,
Right.
right? Like, so it is different somewhat. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know really the central scene too much. Like they, in some of their articles, like they've grabbed like the bands from Rhode Island, like Edict
Okay.
is someone who they call out, and Edict is a much heavier band
Yeah.
kind of thing. So I wonder if it is a little bit of a more heavy sound, a more aggressive sound. And these guys kind of toe that line of heavy and fast.
Yeah.
So
I'm actually surprised you picked these guys
why?
because
Tell me why.
sometimes they have a little bit of that hip hop flair.
So that is something interesting, okay? So we started this podcast in 2023, right?
Yeah.
This was one of the first bands that I found when we started talking about doing a local band episode.
Cool.
And it was when they dropped their No Control EP. So I was actually going out to my in-laws who live actually in Central Mass,
Uh-huh.
and I'd thrown out there, hey, what are some like the mass bands? Who should I be checking out? And Clock Out was the first one that popped up. So the No Control EP is the one that I've been listening to for a while
Okay.
now, and it's freaking dope. Like it's
Yeah.
awesome. Like, but you're right. It is a little bit hip hoppy.
Yeah.
And because of that, like it provides something different. Because especially this No Control EP, it actually has some of the stuff that I don't love in hardcore, kind of that alternating, that doot doot
Oh
doot
yeah.
kind of thing. Like I don't love that sound on the drums. And I think that a lot of bands latched onto it,
Mm,
especially around 23, 24. We got a lot of that. A lot of Texas was doing that at this time.
yeah.
And I think that people are starting to grow out of it and starting to put some heavier elements back in, some bigger breakdowns, some legit like two-stepping, not just like the picking up change parts kind of thing.
Yeah.
Uh yeah. But I don't think Clock Out ever
Like
fell
overdid it.
into, yeah, they always had something more. And it was something that I could go back and I could listen to. So this was a band, like I said, one of the first bands I found. I thought that they were great. I like their artwork. It's kind of that like hand drawn kind of thing, but they're keeping kind of this clock theme going
It's
because of
sick, dude.
their name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
love that, man. I've actually freaking love that. I think that's great. I think that's so cool.
like the little like band
Yeah, especially
caricatures.
like everyone does the like hooded figure, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like there's a lot of stuff that's like pretty cliche, it feels like in hardcore. To be called clock out and then have a clock that's like how like part of it's missing and
Yeah.
stuff. But it's like kind of the same like art as like a lot of stuff that you see in hardcore. I don't know, dude. They nailed it with it. It's great. That's one of the first things I noticed. I was like, these album covers are seriously so cool. They're so
It's
unique,
dope.
man. You don't see stuff like this.
And like here's the question, right? Is who are the bands who you can think of who have like their own character, right? Like back in the day, you had like Iron Maiden, you
Right.
had Megadeth, like bands like that. Today, you have Haywire who has a character. Like
Mm,
there's not a lot of bands who have like their character,
yeah.
and it's kind of dope that they have their
I
character.
guess Drain, the like baby,
Drain,
the
yeah,
shark thing or whatever.
yeah. But can you really think of like anyone else? Like
I'm trying, but yeah, I can't.
those are kind of it, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's dope. And they've been doing it for long enough that it doesn't feel gimmicky. I mean, they started in 2019, right? 2018,
Yeah.
somewhere in that time. And that first 2019 Mind Trick single, it already has a clock with a face with the kind of broken head.
Uh-huh.
So like it's been going on for a
It's
while now.
genius, man. Like it's so
It's
cool.
sick.
It
It's
really
super
is so
sick.
cool.
So where did you start with this? Did you just start with the face value EP?
So I listened to the Face Value EP front to back, and then I put a lot of this stuff on shuffle. So I might have a hard time like telling you specifics on songs or
That's okay, because
albums.
I kind of did the same thing.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, I definitely started. I did listen to Face Value front to back. So yeah.
Okay. So here's the thing, right? These guys being in Worcester, right? Worcester is the bigger, they have, what is the venue out there? Is it the Palladium? The Palladium is kind of the known
Okay.
venue out there where like when big tours come through, like if they're going to play Central Mass, they play there kind of
Yeah.
thing. These guys are getting to the point where they get picked up for those bigger shows,
Okay.
right? So like the Guilt Trip Malviolence show that came through, they were on that one. Um, they were on the oh, what was the other one that I saw? The Derosa show that rolled
Mm.
through, they were on that one kind of thing. So like they've been picked up by some of the bigger shows and everything. And it's really dope. Oh, this is the one, the Bayway Lie and Desmadre
Oh,
show that rolled through last year. Like
sick.
they jumped on that.
Yeah.
Um, but they are definitely like the bigger band locally, it feels like. But it doesn't feel like they've made a huge effort to really get out.
Right.
So I'm actually really curious about that. And I wish I could find out a little bit more. Is it just because the band is slowing down in general, or is it just they're just content with being that local band, which is cool. Why,
Yeah.
like this is why we do it, is because we want to find local bands who we're probably not going to see.
Right.
We wish we could see them, but there's dope music everywhere. And this feels like maybe they might be one of those bands.
Yeah.
So, but the face value EP, what stood out to you on this one?
Um, so I mean, starting out with Upside Down, it like this was kind of like No Contact a little bit, right? Because the hip hop stuff doesn't bother me, but there were a few things that I was like, man, I typically don't like this. And like I listened to Upside Down once, and then like I don't want to say like I got lost in it and was like doing something else, but I went back and restarted it and like actually paid attention to it. And when it started to do the little like like drumming
Yeah,
that you were talking about, I was like, oh, please don't. And then it goes right away to that, and then it goes into this like insane breakdown with like the same riff but just slower. And that's a lost
yeah,
art, right? Because it's either way overdone or it's not done at all. Like every band should have a riff that you play slower and you just beat the shit out of each other during it. And these
right.
guys, they transition into that slower riff breakdown like so well,
Yeah,
right? Because it's like just the like guitar going like and
yeah,
then he screams and then the drums kick in, and
yeah.
I'm just like, oh dude, like, and then I was instantly hooked, right? I was instantly hooked. I was like, hey, this band is like legit. And yeah, so Upside Down definitely like it took me two listens, but it definitely got me at the end. Definitely.
They add just enough flares in what they do in Upside Down that it keeps it interesting because
Right.
there's a band called Fox Lake.
Uh-huh.
A lot of people know Fox Lake, right? But they have a couple parts like that where it's just like bum, da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, and then there's the vocals and stuff. But these guys do just enough to add to it that like it caught my attention a little bit more. And like he's not full on just like hip hop rapping over the top
Right.
of it. Like he gets a little ragey
Yeah.
in here and stuff like that.
You know who it reminds me of? His vocals very much, and a lot of the songs actually too remind me a lot of Backtrack.
Okay. Yeah.
Very reminiscent of Backtrack, which Backtrack's incredible. And
Yeah.
so these guys are a little heavier, maybe I don't know, a little heavier. What's sick? I mean, like, but
No, you're good.
Redline
Yes.
gets a little. And this is where I was like, huh, Trevor doesn't usually like the hip hop stuff. But then I was like, but Trevor likes Combust, and this is very Combust esque.
Yes.
And in the middle of the song where it like stops and it's just the drum, dude, they nailed that part. Like
Yeah.
absolutely, because that part can also like ruin a song if it's not done right. Because I feel like it kills the energy, especially in a song like this, because it's a very high energy song, and then it stops and it gets into like the kind of hip hop drum beat, and I'm like, dude, they absolutely nailed that part. So
Yeah. Because it immediately goes into the up tempo out of that.
yeah, yep,
Yeah. It's super sick. I also love that like we're starting to get sound clips back into music that like
mhm,
feel cool. You know what
yeah,
I mean? And like the what started off like they're like scrolling through the radio and stuff.
yeah,
But the riff in Redline, the riff is different than what I was expecting to kind of come out of this. And that riff is just it like the fast drumming behind it and stuff like that. It sticks in your mind. And for it to fade in like it does, dude,
yeah.
so good. Redline is my favorite song on
Okay, it's a great
this
song
EP.
for sure.
It's so dope. Uh, the other one though that stood out to me, and this is the one that when you were mentioning like hip hoppy that I thought you were gonna point to, Paid in Blood.
Okay,
The last breakdown in there, and this is where we talk about where I said they're not haywire. This feels haywire-ish at the end of this, right? But
okay.
it's haywire-ish that's a little heavy and hip hoppy. And I what does he even say? Where are the lyrics?
They have them on there. Yes, they do
Yes.
have them.
Devil on my shoulder won't shut the F up while the angel on the other grits its teeth. You can chop it all up to effing dumb luck, but it won't be the reason why we're losing sleep. Like, that is such just like a
Hmm.
hip hop
Yeah,
cadence, a hip hop beat. And like having the couple of different vocals go through at that part, dude, it sounds so sick. Like, you're going to do hip hop style? This is what I want to
yeah.
hear.
Well,
You mentioned your wife listening to Gridiron earlier. I don't care about that. Give me this.
yeah.
This is what I want.
No, I think a lot of it does have to do with the vocals because I don't know that I can listen to that type of breakdown with. I'm not a fan of just the like not screaming, just talking hip hop vocals over hardcore beats,
Right.
like be hardcore and scream.
Right. Well, and the best part about this whole thing is it goes from like that little bit faster, like hip hoppy style, to all of a sudden, like when he comes back, their normal vocalist doing the last part, it's just slow. And he's emphasizing it
Yeah.
so much that like it's just, dude, it's fantastic.
I just both these bands that we've talked about, like you just listen to it and it gets your blood going. Like it just gets you going. Like it's almost a good thing that these guys only have a few EPs. Cause like if I like this is a band that if I saw them live, like I'm going hard the entire time and then I'm sitting down the rest of the night. You know what I mean? Cause
Yeah.
like I really only have a couple songs in me to like mosh to now. But like
Right.
a band like this, just the amount of energy, like and I love when there's like really good riffs in hardcore. Like I love it. Like actual hardcore, not metalcore, because like obviously
Right,
that's easy. Everyone's got riffs in
right.
metalcore, but like these guys are very riffy, right? It's not just boring the four power chords. Like there's actual riffs in this, and it's creative, and they're not overdoing stuff, and there's just an energy to it that like I would go as hard as I could for their whole set, and then I would sit on the ground for the rest of it.
Fair and valid. Uh, what else did you listen to from these guys, or what else do you remember?
Um, I put me on. I'll have to.
That's okay. So like Wrong Hands off of the No Control EP, that's
Okay.
actually what we're talking like what I was talking about that I didn't love, right? Like that opening intro, that's exactly the style where I was like, this is a band where if they're going to continue that, I'm probably not going to listen. But then they follow it up with a legit like two-step part.
Yeah.
And like that's where the breakup happens. Where, listen, there's bands here locally that I didn't love their first stuff because it was too much of
Hmm.
that drum that we were talking about and that beat that we were talking about. Um, that
I
makes
will
you
say
almost
though,
walk around
I
like,
know like the where they
yeah,
like put their arms out and like
exactly. You just want to like wander. Exactly. That's what it
yeah.
feels like, right?
Yeah.
And
I will say though, for the first song of an album, and it's only a minute 45, I'm okay. I'm okay with it because
yeah,
it's one of those where like there's two ways you open a set. You open a set with a breakdown and people instantly just start going at it, or you open it with something like this and you get the energy built up to then
right.
go into a song like Things Never Said. That's very much just a straight hardcore song, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And Things Never Said is super dope. Um, I think Fold though. I think it's Fold if I remember correctly. Maybe it's not. Okay. So Fold is the slower song.
yeah,
It's the heavier that like people are just gonna kind of walk back and forth and stuff like that. After so much fast, after so much speed, a song like Fold is pretty dope on an
yeah.
EP. You know what I mean? And they don't do so much of it that it gets like it's just enough, you know? And that also has like kind of that hip hop influence, that hip hop flair, like a minute into it. Like, yeah, dude, like I thought that these last two EPs were awesome.
So Fold is the perfect example of why a drummer really controls the music. Because towards the end, when you're like a minute 45 or a minute 30, like it's very like breakdowny, right? Like even
Yeah,
the drumming, it's like very breakdowny. And then the guitars don't change. The riff doesn't change. It's just the drumming speeds up.
he just picks it up.
And it adds a whole new dimension to that part of it.
Yeah,
And like I just like that's what I'm saying is like I think this is where you know that like people really love what they're doing. Because I think if you're just in this to like be in it, you're not doing that kind of stuff. You're just finishing out the song and that's it, right? You're doing just the breakdown beat and then that's it. But to like have the creativity to be like, hey guys, like let's do the like breakdown type beat for like 15 seconds, 20 seconds, and then let's just don't change the guitars. Watch this. And it just
yeah,
does like a faster beat to outro the song. And I'm like that just shows that you're genuinely trying to like add another level to the music and you can hear it.
right,
So
right. No, absolutely. I think that this is dope. There's several bands in kind of that Central Mass, Rhode Island area that are killing it right now. I already mentioned Edict was one of those that's just phenomenal, and I really enjoy what they're doing as well. But there's enough variety here with like the heavy music, like what Edict's doing, the fast music in Boston with like Haywire and stuff like that, that I feel like Clock Out slots in pretty well
yeah, it's
within what
true.
you have going around you.
Right.
Because
Like
like in
you could be the heaviest one on the bill or the like not heaviest one on the bill and you still fit.
exactly,
Yeah.
and you're riffy enough, you could play with crossover, you could play with some of the
Right.
thrashy bands. Like they've created a sound that it can slot in really anywhere, and it's super dope. So yeah, I would highly recommend going and checking it out. Face Value. This came out August of last year. It's great. I mentioned it a little bit. You get kind of a ragey feel, Rage Against the Machines feel
Hmm.
in some of it. You get that kind of hip hop influence, but also the riffs in there,
They're
phenomenal.
great.
Red Line, great. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's sick. So dope. Well, that's what I got.
Cool. That's all I got too.
Okay, sick.
Yeah, I'm glad. I don't know. I have so much fun doing these local bands because again, there's just like such good music out there, you know.
100%.
So
No, it's always interesting. It's interesting to work your way around the country. You can start to hear pockets like Texas, especially Dallas, very one sound. Like we'll put it that way. Like some of the younger bands kind of all sound the same.
mm,
But then
yeah,
you have a couple bands who are floating on the peripheries, right? So
yeah,
you have like the Def Cons, you have like Spit and stuff like that, who are same members but pretty different sounding.
yeah.
But then you had like when we saw Die Young, there was like three bands that I don't know if they had played straight through if you could have told them apart. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And like that's what the scene likes, and it's cool, right? You Salt Lake scene, pretty damn heavy right now, and like that's what the scene likes. So good on them, kind of
yeah,
thing. But it is cool to branch out and find these different scenes and see what that sound is. So
yeah,
no, wait up.
yeah. So, all right. May or may not have an interview with a band next week.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll see.
Who
Might
knows?
be, I don't know, a band we've talked about recently.
Maybe you never hear from us again.
Maybe you never hear
Well,
from us again.
we'll see.
We'll see. So,
Well, dope.
all right,
All
man.
right, man.
Good talking
Have a
to
good
you.
night.
Bye.